Hi, Glenn.
Welcome, Rochelle.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for taking us on this tour.
And my pleasure.
You're probably one of the best people to talk to about Blossom Park because you were born and raised here, and you are also a local historian.
Correct. Yes. Yes, I know a lot about the neighborhood.
So right now we're just off Bank Street. It's a very busy street, and we're actually also right in front of your home.
Correct. And this is where my grandfather and father built the house in 1954. And it used to be a farm field. It was very poor land. It was really sandy here. So up the road where there are sand pits, and this was part of that sand deposit. So this was called the Spratt Sand Pit.
Okay.
And right here used to be a big two-story house preceding the Alta Vista Animal Hospital, and that was the Spratt House. Was in that location. This is the Jewish cemetery on the right, and as you see, a lot of business leaders from Ottawa are buried here if they were Jewish. So on the left here is the old Kmart Plaza, and it did very, very well until they started developing the area around Bank and Hunt Club, and then they developed South Quay Shopping Center. And it just devastated this place.
After more than 20 years in business at the Blossom Park Mall on Highway 31, Kmart is cutting its losses.
I hate to see it go, but we knew it just seemed like it was a matter of time because you could tell that business just hasn't been that great.
Yes, I'm sad to see it go because it's part of Ottawa South is gone with it. And it's Canadian, darn it.
Everything closed down. We had a derelict shopping center, and then we were so thankful. The neighborhood was so thankful when Giant Tiger and Farm Boy moved in, and it just reinvigorated the location. And it was so important to have local shopping.
I know our tour has already started, but where else can you take us?
If you want, we can go up to the Adams Airport Inn.
Rochelle from CBC.
Hi, Rochelle.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Tell me a little bit about your business when it opened up.
We opened up in July 3rd, 1992. My parents started the business back then, and we had a motel in Gatineau back then at the time. And with the whole Quebec thing separating, my dad being an immigrant to Canada over 60-some years, said we're not separating from Canada, so that was the whole reason why this came about, that if something ever happened in Gatineau on the Quebec side, we were still in Canada, so this was my dad's vision, that we start a hotel here. There was nothing much here at the time. There wasn't really anything Ottawa South.
And how has the community changed in the last 3 decades?
People from all over the world. Yeah, we have people from all over the world. That's what the community realizes. Every nation, every tribe, every tongue in Ottawa South. And so, which is a good thing, right? Multicultural diversity. Obviously residential, a lot of families now. I don't think I'd work anywhere else, you know what? And it's a true blessing to be able to meet people from all over the world and just hear their story and welcome to the community, welcome to Canada, and welcome to our family, you know? When they come here, they become like the family, the Adams Airport Inn family, so.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us and sharing your story. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for dropping by and taking the time to hear about our story.
Okay, so where is our next stop?
Right next door.
It is a garage.
An old garage. Used to be gas pumps here years ago. We used to get the lowest price of gas.
Right here.
Right here.
Do you remember how much it was?
Oh, no, it probably like
remember it
40 cents a kilometer, a liter, something like that.
Not like today's prices.
No. Anyways, I'll come in here.
How long have you been working here?
I've been here since 2001. We have a lot of customers in this area just because Al's been here forever. Like Al's worked here since 1968, and he bought it in 1978. So
you pretty much know everyone who walks through these doors for the most part.
We got 4th generation customers right now. It's kind of neat. You just tell them all the old stories about Grandpa and when they used to wreck stuff. And
Another part of Blossom Park we'd like to show you is some of its green space. The neighborhood is surrounded by nature and, of course, the greenbelt. But in the middle of the community is something you don't find in every big city, a duck pond. The area is used as a sort of bridge connecting one part of the city to the other. It doesn't feel like we are in the middle of the city right now, but we are.
Yes. Sometimes you will see people out here feeding the ducks.
Oh, okay, let's see the ducks.
There we are, some of them right there.
There's a lot of them. Wow, and some of them are kind of walking towards us.
Yeah, well, that's sort of telling us that people are feeding them. One of the attractions of this place for ducks is the fact that it never freezes over. So it's a stormwater retention pond. So the water being fed into it is warmer than normal. Oh, as you see, there's a number of apartment buildings. So this is sort of they designated this sort of the dense part of the Blossom Park area. A lot of more modest income housing here. And that's a feature of Blossom Park, as you'll see a great diversity in housing styles in the community. You'll see fairly fancy houses. You'll see modest bungalows, which were the original 1950s build out. And then you'll see lots of townhouses and some apartment buildings. So we're now going through the Greenbelt here. And this is sort of the western limits of the community.
It's almost been 2 years. Your neighbors are probably still cleaning up, but it has really changed the tree canopy in this area.
Especially in the dog park. There's certain spots in the dog park, total devastation. Like, I think they took out thousands and thousands and thousands of trees, and there's still thousands crashed down on the ground. Just up here on the right was the Aladdin Drive-In, and the gates are still here. Right here, this was the exit gate right there, and the entrance gate was right here, right here. So there used to be this big gray structure where you passed in and paid your tickets, and then the screen was back there in there. And that ran from 1951 to 1992 or 93. As we approached dusk, you would hear everybody blowing their horn, getting anxious for the movies to start.
Really?
So that was a very traditional thing to happen when you went to the drive-in. You know, it start getting dark. When are you going to start the movie? Blow your horn. And living in the neighborhood, you would hear all this horn blowing.
So you knew exactly when the movie was about to start. Is it almost like a blast from the past for you?
Yeah.
I know you
It's
drive down these roads all the time. You live
Exactly. So I'm a bit of an amateur historian, so of course I reflect on what was going on here before.
Well, thank you so much for this tour. This was
you're
great.
very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Lots
you.
of information.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Thank you so much. Our tour of Blossom Park is coming to an end. From all the nature to the small town vibes to the growing diversity, it's clear this is a neighborhood you want to check out. And the best part, it's only about a 25-minute drive from downtown all the way down Bank Street. And another reminder, we'll be here for the next month covering the stories that are important to people who live here in Blossom Park.